As it's unlike any other in sport, as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. On the counter, here's Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down following the run. Now it's Ryan. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Three yards to go on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground near the 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this belongs to the Vikings. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Now Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Whitney merciless. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Winston. Sanders has it over the middle. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 36. A gain of 32 that time. First down, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A second down throw for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw again. Winston. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This call down near the goal line. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense likely bringing pressure here. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line. Something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people prepare for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call. but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's able to find Diggs. And he goes out right around the 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's done. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. On second down, Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. It's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. And we check on the game going on over in New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. First and 10, Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The play fake. Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Play action. Ryan going deep for Diggs. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the third quarter with Cook, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
On second down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on third down, Ryan. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Quick strip. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So they're going to go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's Ryan. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Here's Ryan to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the third at MetLife Stadium. And it's the Titans who have scored to grab the lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they're operating in the red zone. Now Ryan. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Ryan. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sammy Watkins from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And they'll go on the ground. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Around the NFL third quarter from Foxborough. The Chiefs have scored again to extend their lead a bit. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Interception. Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Second down, Winston. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this is off the crossbar, but it makes it over anyway. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Ready.
On play action, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he works free. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Whitney Merciless in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Ryan on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Hargraves had 10 interceptions in his 3 years at Florida and a big one there in the NFL.
Yeah, this is one that's got to go back on the mantle at home, doesn't it? When you get a pick that seals a victory for your team, yeah, you take that one home and display it.
Jameis to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. And even 40 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really
hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Winston now. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And it was the Saints that wound up winners in that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Here's Winston. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Tampa Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.